Hello friends, I welcome you all on the channel of Virendra Master English, and we have already covered this video from the 10th class book we know very well, Footprints Without Feet, and this is the 7th chapter, and the title is The Necklace, and its writer is Guy de Maupassant. And we have already covered in the first video that Matilda was very happy when she was wearing a diamond necklace which she had borrowed from her friend Ma'am Forestier. She was very much excited at the ball party, and when they left the place, the party, 4 o'clock in the morning, somehow they reached home, and when she was standing in front of the mirror, she didn't find her necklace around her neck. She uttered a cry. Her husband, who was half undressed, came to her and asked what was the matter. And she reported her husband that she had lost the necklace. The husband, Mr. Loisel, went back to the place from where they had come, and he did his best to look for the necklace, but he did not find the necklace anywhere. He reported the matter to the police. He asked about the necklace to the cab drivers. He also raised a complaint to the cab office. He also announced a reward to the finder of the necklace. In this way, the time went by, and they did not get the necklace. At last, they decided to replace the necklace, and the couple had seen a necklace at a jewelry shop, and its cost was 40,000 francs, but after discount, it was to be sold at 36,000 francs. The couple had only 18,000 francs at that time, which was left by Mr. Loisel's father, and they borrowed rest of the amount from the moneylenders on high interest, and they got the necklace. And Matilda went to her friend Ma'am Forestier to return the necklace. Her friend Ma'am Forestier did not open the jewel box to look at the necklace. She only said that she should have Matilda should have returned the necklace so that she could use that one. Apart from that, she didn't say anything. Okay, so after that, what happens to the couple, what changes come in their lives, we'll read in this video. Let's begin. She learned the odious work of a kitchen. Odious. Odious means that is tedious, boring. So of a kitchen. उसने किचन का ओडियस जो काम था वो सीख लिया मटिल्डा ने. शी वॉश्ड द डिशेस को साफ़ करती थी, वॉश करती थी. शी वॉश्ड द soiled linen, their clothes and his clothes, which she hung on the line to dry. She took down the refuse to the street each morning and brought up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath. And in this way, she used to wash their clothes, dish clothes, and she would hang them on the line to dry, and she took down the refuse means, so this is refuse in the sense food, garbage, food waste, and that was, she took down the refuse to the street ईच मॉर्निंग. हर सुबह वो जो फूड गार्बेज था, जो वेस्ट फूड था, उसको नीचे लेके आती एंड ब्रॉट अप द वाटर, और पानी ऊपर लेके जाती थी. स्टॉपिंग एट ईच लैंडिंग टू कैच हर ब्रेथ, and she would start panting, and that's why She had to stop at each landing to catch her breath. And clothed like a woman of the people, she went to the grocers, the butchers, and the fruiterers with her basket on her arm, shopping, haggling to the last sou of her miserable money. In this way, we come to know that Matilda's life was completely changed. Now she was looking like an ordinary lady. She visited all the shops alone, grocer shop, butcher shop, and fruit seller shop with her basket on her arm. And in this way, she would try her best to keep the money. Haggling means trying to save that money. So here the meaning of haggling is negotiating the amount, negotiating with the shopkeepers about the fruits or the food items she was supposed to buy from them to the last sou of her miserable money. In this way, we come to know that Matilda's condition was very poor, and in this she was very economical in spending the money. The husband worked evenings, putting the books of some merchants in order, and nights he often did coping at five sous a piece. So husband was also doing extra work, and she was doing some work for a merchant. She was keeping the record of the merchant in order, and at night he would copy the pages of of a person, and he would charge 5 sous a page. And this life lasted for 10 years. At the end of the 10 years, they had restored all. And this particular life continued for 10 years. And after 10 years, they got all the things back once again. Ma'am Loisel seemed old now. She had become a strong, hard woman, the crude woman of the poor household. But during these 10 years, Matilda had changed a lot. She had become rough and tough, hard woman, the crude woman of the poor household, her hair badly dressed, her skirts awry. So Matilda's dressing sense had changed completely. Her skirts were full of wrinkles. Awry means we can say that was zigzag. Her hands red. She spoke in a loud tone and washed the floors with large pails of water. So in this way, we come to know that now she had started behaving like an ordinary lady of the poor household. And here pails of water means जो buckets of water हैं उसको हम use कर रहे हैं. But sometimes when her husband was at the office, she would seat herself before the window and think of that evening party of former times, of that ball where she was so beautiful and so flattered. And sometimes she would nostalgically think about the past life. She would remember the days gone, and she would think about the ball party where she was looking very beautiful and she was being admired by the officers. How would it have been if she hadn't lost the necklace? Who knows how singular is life and how full of changes, how small a thing will ruin or save one. And she would think about the past life, and she wished that it had been a different life if she had not lost the necklace. But who knows? So she was thinking about the possibilities those could have taken place, and life would have been very different to her if the changes would have taken place according to her wish. How singular is life, how small a thing will ruin. एक छोटी सी चीज़ कैसे किसी को बर्बाद कर सकती है, बचा सकती है. One Sunday, as she was taking a walk in the Champs Elysees to rid herself of the cares of the week, she suddenly perceived a woman walking with a child. One Sunday, Matilda was strolling. Strolling means she was walking around in the Champs Alleys, is the name of the garden where she was roaming around to get herself, to get rid of the cares of the week, to remove her tedious schedule, to get rid of the boredom of her life. She suddenly perceived a woman walking with a child. It was Ma'am Forestier, still young, still pretty, still attractive. Suddenly she happened to see a woman, and the woman was walking with a child, and the lady was Ma'am Forestier. She was looking very young, still pretty and attractive. Ma'am Loisel was affected. Should she speak to her? Yes, certainly. And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? And now Matilda was thinking whether she should discuss the matter of the loss of the diamond necklace to Ma'am Forestier or not. Then she came to the conclusion that she must tell Ma'am Forestier about the mishappening, about the incident that took place with them that changed their life completely. And now she thinks that she had paid the amount and there was no harm talking to Ma'am Forestier. She approached her. Good morning, Jean. And in this way she greeted the lady, Ma'am Forestier. Her friend did not recognize her and was astonished to be so familiarly addressed by this common personage. She stammered, "But, ma'am, I don't know. You must be mistaken." In this way, we come to know that Ma'am Forrester was not able to identify her friend Matilda, and she was very much surprised. Astonished means surprised. She was very much surprised, and because she was addressed by a lady whom she did not identify at that time, and she stammered, "Ma'am, you may be mistaken because I don't know you." "No, I am Matilda Loisel." Her friend uttered a cry of astonishment. "Oh, my poor Matilda, how you have changed!" And now, when she tells her name that I am Matilda, then Ma'am Forestier, out of surprise, gave a cry and said, "Oh, poor Matilda, you have changed completely." So here we can see this is Matilda, very rough looking. Here hairs are untidy, and on the other hand, this is Ma'am Forestier, who is looking young and attractive. "Yes, I have had some hard days since I saw you, and some miserable ones, and all because of you." So here Matilda tells Ma'am Forrester that because of some mis some because of some incident, she went downhill. Things went downhill with her, and there were some misfortunes in her life, and because of those problems, her life was completely changed. "Because of me? How is that?" मेरे कारण ये कैसे हो सकता है? "You recall the diamond necklace that you loaned me to wear to the minister's ball?" Matilda asked her friend to think to think of the diamond necklace which she gave to Matilda to wear at the party, minister's ball party. Yes, very well. Well, I lost it. How is that? Since you returned it to me, I return another to you exactly like it, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. You can understand that it was not easy for us who have nothing. So here Matilda told her friend Ma'am Forestier that because of that diamond necklace their life was completely changed, and they had to work hard for 10 years to pay for the diamond necklace. But here Ma'am Forestier was very much surprised to know, and she said that the diamond necklace was written by her. Then Matilda said, "Yes, I bought a new one, exactly the one which was borrowed, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. Now you can understand that it was not easy for us." अब मटिल्डा बताती है उसे मैम फरिस्टर को कि हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं था और हमारे लिए आसान नहीं था उसको पे करना, बट इट इज़ फिनिश्ड एंड आई एम डिसेंटली कंटेंट. लेकिन नाउ एवरीथिंग इज़ ओवर एंड आई एम decently content means satisfied. I'm fully satisfied. Ma'am Forestier stopped short. She said, "You say that you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine?" मैम फॉरेस्टर रुकती है कुछ देर के लिए, फिर कहती है कि मटिल्डा से कहती है कि तुम कह रही हो कि तुमने डायमंड नेकलेस ख़रीदा मेरे वाले को रिप्लेस करने के लिए. यस, you did not perceive it then, they were just alike. हाँ, तुमने उस समय देखा नहीं, लेकिन ये वैसे ही थे. And she smiled with proud and simple joy. Ma'am Forestier was touched and took both her hands as she replied, "Oh, my poor Matilda, mine were false. They were not worth over 500 francs." तब मैम फॉरेस्टियर स्माइल करती हैं और वो प्राउड फील करती हैं मटिल्डा के ऊपर, और सिंपल जॉय के साथ उसके मटिल्डा के हाथों में लेकर के और कहती है कि माय पुअर मटिल्डा, मेरा जो नेकलेस था वो नकली था और इसकी कीमत 500 फ्रैंक से ज़्यादा नहीं थी. So here we come to know that why the changes came in the life of Matilda, and why they had to suffer a lot. One thing we learn from this story, that we should not borrow the things which are costlier than our income, because and we should not try to fulfill our false desires, and we should be satisfied with the things we have, because if we try to compare ourselves with others, and if we try to show off, and we try to brag, or we try to show that we are different from others, and in this way we may be in danger, or we might have to struggle a lot. We have to face a lot of problems just because of all these false reputation. So Matilda had to suffer a lot just because of her foolishness. If she had not bought the diamond necklace from Ma'am Forestier, she would now suffer for 10 years, and along with her husband. So this is the lesson we learn from this story. This is really a very nice story. Okay, so I hope you must have got the line to line explanation of the story. If you have any problem, you can raise your queries through WhatsApp. You can call me up as well, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.